everyone, so my name is Deja Berger and I decided to complete my internship with Altavista Area YMCA. So it's located in Central Virginia and there's about 5 different sites, and I chose to work at the childcare site that is located in Altavista, Virginia. My supervisor was Bryn Simmons. She is the director of childcare here for the Altavista Area YMCA. At first, I was the lead teacher for the first grade class, and then a staff member left, so then they put me with the third and fourth grade class. So the things I had to do was plan different art activities, science activities, and then because of COVID, they were out of school, so I also had to help with doing activities that helped with kind of learning as well. So I was in charge of making plans and activities for them to do that. I also aided some teachers when they needed help with different activities and plans as well. So I had 3 goals/objectives that I wanted to achieve during this internship. One of them being to create a system that promoted good behavior. Another one was to create a welcoming environment so that all the children felt welcome. And then my third was to create activities that promoted social distancing. I was able to obtain all 3 of those with creating a system for good behavior. I created an incentive chart. So if they had 5 good days of good behavior, then they would receive the incentive. And then creating a welcoming environment. We did a lot of icebreakers at the beginning to help the children know each other, because some of them come from different parts of Central Virginia. And then my last one with creating social distancing activities. We were able to play social distance Uno and apples to apples, where they didn't have to be close to each other, silent beach ball, and activities like that. So this internship, it met a lot of my expectations. I wanted a place where it was welcoming and like the people were friendly, but it did have some strengths and it did come with some weaknesses. One strength was how supportive and very understanding they were, because some days I couldn't make it because of personal reasons, and they were very understanding and helpful to that. Another thing is with providing cleaning supplies, because we have to clean all the time, after lunch, after this, after that. They were able to provide us with those cleaning supplies, and I really liked that. And then another thing I liked was providing additional activities outside of the activities we had. So they brought in someone for painting, to do painting with the kids. They also brought in people to help with help them relax and bring in like cows and things like that. And then they also helped by having activities such as the kids going to swim. But there also was some weaknesses. Some days it was hard for me to get a break, and because of the lack of staff. And then another reason was an unclear schedule. So sometimes we didn't really know what to do, and that our schedules didn't line up, and that there wasn't a schedule when it rained and things like that. And then another one was the amount of children per room. I did have a lot of children, and it was hard to keep the social distancing with the amount of children that I did have in the classroom. I learned a lot about myself during this internship, just because of the sole fact that because of COVID, you had to adapt really quickly. Like sometimes you have to adapt on, if you get a new kid, how are you going to place them somewhere? So I was able to learn that I'm quick to adapt with situations, like when it rained outside. Always had like a backup activity for the kids to do. And something that one of my weaknesses that I felt like was strengthened was my leadership and my confidence. I got a lot of compliments towards the end of my internship, like, you're such a strong leader, like the children really listen to you and they respect you as a person. So that is where I felt like I grew within this internship. A main challenge that I did have to face was keeping the kids apart from each other. They always wanted to be near each other, at each other's tables, but they couldn't because we had to practice social distancing. So that was one challenge that I faced, but I was able to help that by just breaking it down and explaining to them the seriousness of the virus, and that, this is for their own safety and for their own health. And another conflict I faced was the fact that there was so much conflict because we were in a room isolated, and sometimes they didn't get along, so I had to help create activities to promote we need to respect each other's, we created rules together, and then they understood that yes, we need to respect each other as well. So that really creating the rules really helped with the conflict that was in the room. And then the anything I would do differently about this internship is that I would probably create more activities for them to do. It was just very hard because of the lack of supplies that we did have. Because of COVID, we didn't really have that much of a budget to be getting things every week like they're used to doing in past summers. So it was kind of hard to create those activities for the children to do. So what's next? Outside of the class, I don't know if this is outside, but I will be attending grad school like next month, starting in a couple weeks at the Virginia Commonwealth Universities for their sport leadership program. I'm really excited about that. And then I have a GA position within student development, working with student athletes. So I'm excited to start that journey as well. And then this internship helped me with the fact that I was able to learn different leadership skills, learning to work with different children from um, different backgrounds and different places, and just different stories. And it kind of taught me about how to adapt to different personalities and how to be a leader to all. I do recommend this internship to students in the Hart School. I think it's a very eye-opening experience. This summer was obviously different because of the COVID-19, but usually they have field trips and they're able to, do different activities, and it's like a fun internship where you get to have fun with the children, and they also learn leadership skills, and you're able to meet new people, and the staff is very welcoming and friendly and very open to helping you and helping you learn as a person.